So as always, at episode, well, not as always, but at episode 100, we will swap the quick mysteries again, as we get Goizo medical history, and yeah, that's all I have to say until we go to the timestamp. What I mean by that is every 25 episodes, I'll swap the mysteries, because after 25 episodes, I should have gone through most mysteries. I'm pretty sure I may have missed one or two here and there, but, I mean, I don't know what else would you want me to say. So, medical history, Harbinger stuff. So as we get into the run, which is going to be Goizo Medical History Custom Character. Again, keeping in mind that every 25 episodes, if you skip to the timestamp here, yeah, we're gonna swap the quick Modpack mysteries belonging to one creator. Knowledge, Toxisan, Charisma, Dexterity, Second Mystery, and maybe a Light Check, but we will not be swapping the usual mysteries that I have. Things like Story, things like Shiba's, Taxi, Labyrinth. There are other things. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but those are the four that come up. Television, if you want to do that one as well. Including that one as well. I'm going crazy. Take a deep breath. Book of Gore, Shadow Shroud. We start with Book of Gore as one of this character's bonuses, but whether or not I want to stay that way is a completely different story. I think last time we were on 7th Curse, so we were a lot luckier. On a more standard run, let's find out, I guess. So, as we get into it here, what are our mysteries for today? Teacher, Nails, Kana... Well, never mind, we don't have custom mysteries here, so we actually have Akamanto instead. Teen, Tongue, Nails, Teacher... which mystery? I don't remember. I think we can take Teen safely. But then we have Nails, Teacher, and Akamanto. Well, I think we take Akamanto first. And if that wasn't the decision I should have made, then, well, it's too late, I'm already in here. The reason I take that, if anyone wants actual Harbinger of Doom advice, is because in Akamanto, you're going to take a lot of damage, and then you can take another town mystery afterward, like Nails, or whatever else I had, our Teacher, and then rest, is what I'm trying to say. That being said, we're gonna pop the Inspiring Novel now, and look for an army knife. And if you don't find one quickly, well, hey. But yeah, we want the army knife. So, effectively, we're at 6% Doom, because we will get Akamanto's Mask. And just really quickly, for anyone who's new to World of Horror and or this channel, you usually go for non-ending A, if you can do Handcuff Tech. Even without Handcuff Tech, the extra, I think, 4 to 6 HP that True Akamanto gets. It's been a while since I actually fought True Akamanto, but essentially, if you're gonna lose that much HP anyway, you might as well grab the mask. And yes, this includes the ill-fated Knight Errant backstory where you don't get ending A, because either way, you're still taking a bunch of damage. Now, you could argue that you take stamina damage at the beginning of a non-ending A Akamanto anyway, but lowering Doom by 10 is very powerful. Period. That's the end of the sentence. So, nice 9 roll on luck. But anywho, moving on to other things. So, yeah, trying to get things done. Again, if I do what I do, game dev, other videos on this channel. Again, I wanted to go over Tragedy Looper. That's probably going to just be a special, really. And by special, I mean just 2 to 3 videos. Long videos. But, hey, also, we took 5 Doom there. Yeah, actually, we can take this. So, as long as we don't lose stamina here, we should be fine. I should have grabbed the painkillers to be sure, but we have Book of Gore. So, yeah, actually. We can actually fight this if I really want to humor this. Excuse me. So, this would require a wooden bat throw. And hopefully we hit this. I think it's 85%. Okay, good. We get the Occult Diary to lower Doom, and then we one-shot Akamanto here with the power of Desperate Prep Strong. Now, we didn't need to pop the Inspiring Novel here, but considering the last enemy that we just fought... Hold on, let me just make sure I handcuff this. Okay, good. Yeah, considering that we fought 2 enemies, we pretty much just break even. If you fight 3 or more enemies, usually the Inspiring Novel helps you. But again, specifically, it depends on whether or not you save a turn in battle. That's the nuance in what I just said. Anywho, I would like a signed contract, so we're gonna go with signed contract here. I would advise you pick Quick Thinking. I pick signed contract to try and grab an extra pack of cigarettes. Although, all things considered, I really should just sell this medical kit instead. I should have split that into 2 bandages and then do the thing, but hey. So the reason why, I mean, a good reason to do that too, for me specifically, and again, I would not advise you to do what I'm going to do here, but I'm trying to get a pack of cigarettes before the end of Teacher, that way I can brace Teacher attack. And then this would help too, but we rolled a 12 with a +1 modifier. Goodness. Okay, well, we're just gonna take curses now, because I don't think we have enough here. Now, we do have a discharge summary, I should have used that earlier, and then we got hallucinations, but... we need the stamina, and I didn't want to rest, so... Anywho. So speaking of Tragedy Looper really quickly, again, I'm only going to talk about this for the next 30 seconds, so really, Tragedy Looper is a pretty much, if you want to treat it as a TRPG, a board game, so on. You get what I'm trying to say here. It's that type of game, but trying to figure out how to play it on my own, I mean, I guess I could do some RNG things, but I really want to leave it to essentially some behaviors, AI behaviors, essentially. And you'll understand what I mean when I actually do it, because it makes no sense when I talk about it as I am right now. Anywho. But yeah, just expect that maybe coming out, and after that I'll get back to really, working more on things I should be working on. Aside from the Fear and Hunger fanfiction, aside from just my Fear and Hunger mod in general, it's low priority compared to the things I need to do. Also, can I actually brace here? 3 strength? I don't think I can. Yeah, we have Book of Gore, but I don't want to rely on that if possible. Might have to, though. So we're going to do this, take 3 stamina damage, might just take 4 stamina damage, really, and we just get out. Now, if I could hit this kick, that would be nice. If we can't, we're going to continue bracing, but otherwise we get to do a Desperate Prep Strong here and get out. This is why, this is why I favor the Army Knife over if you have Perception. It's similarly the same reason you'd pick the Monkey Wrench if you have at least like 5 or 6 strength, or even 3 strength, because you can do Desperate Prep Strong for a lot more damage than you would normally for other weapons. But again, if you have Steak Knife and then you have a damage increase with a spell or a Thotu, if you have kicks that do a lot of damage because you're Ayaka with Blood Mania, that's not the best example, but you get the point. There are other builds you can run on World of Horror. Don't let it be said otherwise. But that being said, there are some win buttons that you can hit or run into that you just end up being really cool. So yeah, we just want to eat this in the face. Keeping in mind that we do want to grab a pack of cigarettes, but we'll save that for later. So we'll risk taking extra damage here. 90%. We are going to miss one of those eventually if I keep doing that, or at a 50% chance, but... And the reason why I say 50% is because I might as well say go through this while we're just autopiloting here. You know what? Actually, I'm on a vending machine. And we'll take the out of funds. But the reason I say that is because, as you saw there in that previous encounter, as we do get out of funds, that I did a 90%. So there's a 90% chance I missed and take 3 reason damage. What I mean by a 50-50 coin flip, as we run from this enemy as well, is that essentially if I keep doing that in 3 or 4 separate encounters, the overall chance of me hitting every one of those 90% is pretty much near 50%, which means I'm going to experience some bad RNG at some point. But again, it's not the end all, it's not like it ends the run, end all be all, but it does result in some bad consequences. For example, this here, I could take a risk here too. Is it a risk? Yeah, 90% still. So 90% here. So overall, there's an 81% chance of me missing one of this attack or the one previous, which so at least severely cripples me during the run. I think we can use this somewhat comfortably still. Yeah, prep attack with the thingamajiggy while we have it. Let's actually just pop the cigarettes now. And let's see what we can do. We can go for a one-shot here. It's pretty cool. But let's find out. Yeah, we just need to hit 2 of these 3 later attacks. We also get bonus damage. And let's put the Sensor Bunny on screen. And away I go. I feel like I've forgotten the Sensor Bunny in a recent video. But anywho. So, again, the more important part is that I get to brace Teacher Attack here. Otherwise, I take 6 Doom. No. We take an extra... Yeah, 6 Doom. I'm going crazy here. Unless you have something to throw. Like, I could throw the brick here. No, we can't. I would have to throw the box cutter. But either way, we get out in 3 Doom as opposed to 9 Doom. So, bye, Sensor Bunny. And let's re-equip the Army Knife. Now, nothing really much else to do with this box cutter. But we can throw it for 1 damage, I believe. I should not have taken experience there, but I decided to. And actually, I just remembered, Tongue is also a boss fight. We might be in a bit of pain here. But we have a brick to throw, so let's find out how hurt we really are. We can also grab another pack of cigarettes, so yeah. Tongue here is... Actually didn't run into Tongue the whole 20-something episodes, but... 18 episodes, but you get the point. Yeah, let's just fight this. I didn't mean to do that, but we got another brick, so you know what? 2 Doom for another brick actually could be worth it here. As we also get a mask. So, we have some RNG protection. Now, whether or not we're going to still be okay... my throat. I'm just going to go full RNG here. So we're going to take My Weird Collection and hopefully get a... You're really looking for the Occult Diary? I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 other things that are nice. Or the Human Skull can be thrown. And that's all I remember at the moment. I think we have the... Can you get the Curious Thingy-Majiggy that increases your knowledge when it's in your thing? Anyhow, I'm just going crazy. Well, we have a lot of things to throw at this boss here. So all things considered, fun times. But we will trade off Doom for... reason. And yeah, we should have enough for the end of this run. Let's find out. But yeah, this is a forced encounter, and it does a lot of stamina damage. You can one-shot this somewhat reliably, but we're just going to play it safe. We can probably do something more efficient, but I'm just going to do this. So prep attack, and off we go. Without the Nicotine Rush buff, I'm pretty sure we don't get a guaranteed attack there. Or maybe we do, but hey. So as I said, the Curious Statuette will help out, because now we have 8 knowledge for the Lighthouse. But we are still a bit worried about what could happen. I'm going to take stamina here just to be somewhat safe. And let's make sure we take the custom mystery, because if we get Kana, well, we can leave Kana actually, if we were to take Kana last, as our last mystery. Kazuki, by the way. But I think we just take the Doom decrease instead. It doesn't really matter. Now that, we're not going to take this. I'm not going to risk getting another flashbacks. And if we do, well, case in point. So off we go. Our reason is getting quite low, but nothing much else I could do. I could rest, but I don't think there's a real reason. If we keep the bath, we definitely don't need to rest, and there's the Human Skull. But yeah, let's find out what happens. I should have actually healed reason. Now I kind of regret myself. My own choices. If there's nothing else to say, there... Hold on, let me just do this. Oh yeah, we just take the hit here. We're gonna level up anyway. We're gonna level up anyway. Now, if that removed anything else, it would be a lot worse. So, I mean, I'm not gonna... It's not like I'm being, oh, haha, I only take 10 experience. Like, there's a good reason for everything. And then we did lose Bath, so let's find out. Let's make sure we don't lose 5 reason in total. Light, yeah, we actually do. Wait, do we? No, because we don't have the 6th floor. So, off we go. And we have enough cigarettes for Takushi-san, so we should be able to just walk up this lighthouse, and away we go. And then we'll move on to our next custom character. But yeah, without further ado, if nothing else, I mean, as always, if you want to suggest any content to me, not just in World of Horror, but otherwise, then yeah, let me know. Otherwise, as we continue throwing things at Takushi-san here and watching him collapse and try to stop me with the power of Doom, he won't, but hey, fun times ahead. We even one-shot him, but anywho. There were a couple of games I wanted to get back to, but as you may have seen and or experienced, I'm trying to juggle even just 2 games, and that's already too much. And World of Horror is by far an easier game, in my opinion, to, run on a channel. But anyway, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'm not going to take up much more of your time. If you want to support me, subscribing always helps out. There's memberships open in case you want to catch me on a stream that I might end up doing in a month or 2 from now. And I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!